In this lesson, we're going to go over forwarding, the Do Not Disturb button, and other privacy features. Forwarding is turned on by pressing the forward button on either of the phones. When forward comes on, you'll notice a D comes into your screen. The D stands for diverted. The G is there for most phones because it means you're part of a group. These phones are part of the main hunt group, which is used for inbound calls from customers and whatnot. Once your forward button is on, a status button will appear on your screen. When it's not on, the status button will not be there. So we'll turn it back on again, and you see status will come on after a brief delay. Pressing status tells us what's happening with the phone. It means whatever call comes in, it's going to be forwarded somewhere. We'll need to press details to find out more about it. Let's say we wanted to forward over to 202 Bill. We'll enter Bill's extension number. Bill will come up in the screen, and we can save it. Now we'll get a second screen that'll say what would we like to forward over to Bill when somebody calls this phone. Only external calls. We can scroll over to the right. All calls, external and group calls. Group calls are the main number, or the external, same thing. Or non-group calls, which would mean calls coming to this extension specifically, i.e. this is extension 201. Let's do that. It'll be easier to demonstrate for these purposes. Press done. So now we can press status again. It says we want to forward unconditional to Bill Murrow. And what are the details? It's going to Bill Murrow 202. There's an up arrow. Let's press that to get more information. And that means non-group calls. Perfect. Let's go back. So now exit, and we're back to give this a test. From another phone, I'm going to dial 201. Let's see what happens. This phone, even though I dialed 201, does not ring at all. What's happening is Bill's phone is ringing, and you can see that the break room is trying to call Kim Williams. It gives you an indication of what phone is forwarding to Kim and then coming to you. So you know, by seeing that second name, that it's initially going to Kim, and then you could have picked it up. Let's turn off the forwarding on this phone. This is the model's 1416 phone. Now, there's nothing in the display, it's only the G. Let's go over to this phone, turn on the forward button, and we can see that the D comes on for forward, and once again we can press the status, we can do details, and we can enter the number. This time we'll enter 201, Kim. So now it'll be coming into this phone and forwarded over there. That's fine. We press save. What kind of calls? Non-group calls, or whatever else you want to do, external calls, all calls. Let's just do the non-group again and press done. And now the D is in there. We can do status. It tells us what's happening. Go into details. Kim Williams. Scroll up just like before, and it tells us non-group calls. So now if I call 202, we'll see what happens. 202. Now you notice it's the other way around. The break room is calling Bill, but it's ringing in at Kim's phone, and Kim can pick up. And that's forwarding. Let's say you wanted to forward a call to your cell phone, to your home, or maybe to another work location, a different office that you might occupy in a different city, for example. First off you do is see if your forward light's on. It was. Maybe we'll just turn it on from the beginning now. Okay, let's turn on our forward button by just like that, giving it a press, and then status, and then details. Let's clear out what's currently in there by press the edit button and then clear. Okay, now we have to enter the phone number. Now remember when we have to dial out, we have to press a 9 first, then the prefix, then the area code, and then our cell phone number, for example. So let's put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as the proper number of digits. And we actually had a directory listing for this called My Cell. So that's cool. We'll press save. We'll go in there. All calls, yep, done. Now we can press status. You can see My Cell is going forward unconditional everything. Further details go up on all calls. Perfect. So now if a call comes in, it'll bounce out to our cell phone. Let's do it on this phone too. Press the forward button. This time we'll enter a number that is not in our address book currently. Press status. There's nothing in there currently, so let's do details, enter the number 91414. Let's try 1239876. Okay, press save. Maybe we'll do only non-group calls, which would be pretty much our calls only. That'll be good. Done. See that the D is in there for diverted, which also means forward. Press status, and we can see it's for every call that comes in will go to the number ending in 9876 with the details meaning forward unconditional, use up, non-group calls. Perfect, that's just what we wanted. So let's turn off our forwarding when we don't need that anymore. And there we go. If we did put it in our address book ahead of time, you could simply put in something that says sell, for example, and it'll automatically go there. New CE. Hit it 3 times. Wait a little bit until the next flasher appears, and hit it again, and OK. Now we can put the directory number in, 9141412399876. Press save. And now, when we went to exit, getting out of here. Now when we wanted to forward, we press our forward button. Okay, do status. Details. You can see cells already in there. We could edit it, we could clear it, and this time we could press directory and start dialing cell. I'm sorry. Remember we only have to press the number once. Dial name CEL. Oh, there it is. Select. Save. Done. And now we are forwarding to our cell by just entering CELL, or maybe CEL. Okay. Working fine. And that's how we forward off-premise. If you go to enter an external number with the 9, and that save button does not appear, let me show you where. Clear it. So let's say you enter this number 914141223, and the save does not clear, it's blank here. That means you're not allowed to forward out of the building, and you'll have to talk to your administrator to have them clear that setting if there's no security issues with that. Thank you. This concludes our forwarding section in the end user documentation online. Let's say you're on a call with somebody and you're talking to them. It might be a conference call or whatever, and you don't want them to hear you talking. All you have to do is press the mute button. The red light will come on the mute screen here, and they cannot hear you through this microphone, or if you happen to be on speaker, they won't be able to hear you on the speakerphone as well. So you can have whatever private conversations you want to have on there. Another privacy feature is the Do Not Disturb button. By pressing the Do Not Disturb button, an N will come on the screen, and it stands for Do Not Disturb. I guess it stands for the N and not. So now if somebody were to call you, it will go directly into your voicemail. So let's try calling 201. It rings once or twice.
Hello, this is Kim Williams. I can't come to the phone.
And it goes directly into Kim's voicemail, which we'll hang up on for now. In another edition of our end user training, we will show you how to use your voicemail to retrieve it and create greetings. But for now, until next time.